Kenya's Vice President William Ruto this morning delivered a special message from President Uhuru Kenyatta to President John Mahama in Accra. Their discussion centered around the upcoming AU summit in Addis Ababa. Kenya is enlisting Ghana's support on a number of issues concerning peace and security within the East African region. Napoleon Atukito reports.
William Ruto partnered Uhuru Kenyatta to win the recent presidential poll in Kenya. He flew to Accra at the instance of the Kenyan government to discuss a number of pertinent issues in Africa, of which his country has vested interest. Kenya is to open an embassy in Accra to deepen political and commercial contacts between Accra and Nairobi. Kenya is seeking Ghana's support in its efforts to resolve the cross-border security problems with volatile Somalia in the Horn of Africa. Another point the Kenyans are advancing is increased intra-African trade. Ghana's Minister of Information and Media Relations, Mr. Mahama Yariga, explained some of the details of the talks between President Mahama and Vice President William Ruto.
His Excellency President John Mahama assured the Kenyan government of his commitment to offering the kind of leadership that they are seeking from him at the next AU summit and at all other African fora to make sure that the issue of resuscitating Somalia becomes an important item on the agenda of the AU, and that we have an approach that would bear fruits. He also committed himself to working with the rest of Africa to improve trade. He commended the East Africans for the progress that they have made in terms of the East African unions and their economic bloc, and assured them that from the ECOWAS point of view, he would work with his colleagues to work towards a broader integration of African economies. He also commended them for the successful transition that took place in their countries, and has offered to continue to work with the new president of Kenya to deal with the issues that confront Africa.
Next week, African leaders will gather in Ethiopia to mark the 50th anniversary of the African Union, previously the Organization of African Unity. These are just one of the many consultations taking place as a prelude to the day. Napoleon Atukito, Accra.